All right, man. 53 minutes, 4 seconds. It was good enough to get one of the legendary uh, time trial deal things. I got, yeah, I did it in under 60 minutes with only, I qualified for that. So close to the 50-minute mark. And I think I got the resurrect. I think I was under two resurrections. I forget. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the build a little bit, and then kind of show show it, narrate it. Um, as far as this build, do I think it's the best build? No, absolutely not. I think I could have cleared a lot faster if I would have got a good whatever it's called, arrow keeper. You drop your banner, and especially at the higher levels, it just gets hit and taken out, and you lose all that damage. Um, so I think arrow keeper helm is better. Gates of Wrath is not bad. I just think arrow keeper helm is better. Holy banner duration, it really didn't help necessarily when enemies are just smacking the banner and knocking it down. It really didn't help duration wise, but I do feel that these are the these are the shoulders you want. There are shoulders to increase damage after using a falling sword skill. I think these are definitely better. Um, as far as my main hand weapon, I did not think that I would end up liking Air Splitter as much as I did. Um, I think Tumult is my favorite to use there, but Air Splitter ended up like I was like fully charging it with banner. I was critting for like 3K, which is not bad. As far as the chest, Springback Chain is pretty decent. I do also like, uh, I forget what it's called, but it gives the slow 40% slow to hits by falling sword. You add that with Tumult. You add that with some of the falling sword. It could give you potentially enough of a crowd control, that you could use the shield glare, like the shield glare beam. If you use that shield glare beam, it is more damage. The problem is you're stuck standing still. So you have to do a really good job of controlling the range. I've I've tried this so many times, and I just especially like even especially get to the big boss, and yeah, it's not, it ain't happening. It's just so hard to keep that range, keep everything, manage everything, and stand still the whole time. The pants, obviously, tactics and secrets, kind of limited in what they give you here. That might actually have even been the only option. And for the shield, you get a lot of options. Um, like we touched on it briefly the shield glare beam. I think that is a viable option. I just can't. I just can't. I just can't make everything work with it. I think, you stack the pants and the helmet with it. It does nice damage, but like I said, you're standing there. Pouncing shield, a lot easier. Your crit is a little bit. Your first hit is a little bit lower than like your explosion shield. But this bounces around. It does a good bit of damage. Pretty easy to aim. You'll see in the video. I didn't play the best. I missed a few throws, but it is what it is. Oh yeah, the other option for the main hand weapon, there is it's called the bristle. What it does is it empowers your basic attacks to shoot a fire wave. I don't think basic falling sword is good enough to just let it go. And also, I think, especially with the plus 10% damage for each yard you are away from the enemy, it's nice to have longer distance attacks. But I think I would much rather have Tumult or Air Splitter than the Bristle. Alright, let's get into the video. Alright, going in. I need to figure out how to speed this up. But, basically went through. My strategy here was, I obviously beat everyone. But take the best equipment. And I've played around with stuff a little bit. I think you want to take the first couple levels. It doesn't matter what you get. Just take your best damage, best life, best equipment, stat wise. The one exception to that I will say is if you get, like, once you get items that you're going to use, like the pouncing shield, don't change that for another item. Like, only upgrade it with that same type item. Yeah, as far as falling sword, what is that, jolt, whatever, viability, I think it is viable, but for these particular parameters, you don't get that 10% damage for yards. It just, it's not as good in this specific instance. I really don't like it for PvP either, and yeah, I really, honestly, I really don't use it for PvE. Now I get my pouncing shield, and it's all she wrote, boys. Yeah, you gotta watch out for them. Even though cleared the round, those dudes can damage you. I think I missed 2 shield throws, but yeah, I cleared them out just because they drop coins sometimes. I go in here. I know I don't have enough to hit the shop. Now, my main strategy, I really, unless you see something really good in the shop, I upgrade the shop first. Like fully upgrade to 10, and then not until then do I worry about buying anything. Yeah, most of these fallen swords are actually like pretty viable. I say most. With Little Lance is probably, for this mode, my least favorite. Like, okay, you get the dashes, but it's not that. It's really not that hard to control your distance in this mode. Especially if you have range abilities set up. It's not like you gotta dash in and melee them like PvP. Pouncing shield up, not an upgrade.
That was fun.
Yeah, I love this pouncing shield for this mode. I could have done a lot better avoiding damage, but actually I didn't do too bad here. I think I've only gotten hit once so far. That I think that's called Forgotten Savior, the weapon I have now. It's nice. It puts that burn on him. It's nice. Here I elected to get the shield. Health. Not enough to upgrade. And then I noticed those pants look kind of good. And I needed pants. Get 3 stars. Seemed like a no-brainer. I wouldn't buy anything that's 1 or 2 star unless you really wanted to get like that your shield or your hand weapon or whatnot, and you know you weren't getting it any other way. I messed up there. I did the blind in the wrong direction. There we go. See, this part of where you gotta keep moving. If I was having to stand at one spot and try to focus a beam on these guys, that would be end up being rough. this is a, notice I'm not getting a lot of this damage. A lot of the damage I'm doing is all the skills. It's not a lot of basic damage. I am able to mix in, get a few good basic hits, but it's mostly the skills. The other reason I don't like the shield glare beam is shield glare gives such a good disrupt. You see, they got that beam, and I could just stop them in their tracks. Like, no, you're not gonna do that. You really don't have any type of crowd control without that, because you would have to, like, you take away your ability to run sinkhole cross, which gives a slow. You would have to run the chest that gives a 40% slow to falling sword, and you would have to run a falling sword that gives you a little bit of range that, you know, can at least slow enemies. And it's so much to set up. And then on top of that, because the shield glare and every version of shield, spinning shield, are all on this, they're all tied to the shield legendary, you can only choose one or the other. And that really limits you. It really limits you on what you can do here. Like, it's not. Spinning shield is not. It can be useful, but it's really, at least for this, it's not great on its own. At least my whole strategy in this was to keep my distance. You know, control my range, stay out of everyone's reach, hit them, get out. Excuse me. And especially for bosses, that work pretty well. I think I had one revive before. Excuse me, before final boss. Yeah, see how well that tumult does? It's just, it's good. I like it. I would definitely use that again. I use tumult for PvP. I love that skill. I did not realize it existed until fairly recently. I love it. See, this is my whole strategy. Kind of kite them all, get them all in a neat little bunch, smack them with the CC, hit them with the damage. Got my banner. They can't hit it while they're blinded, and then I can just smack them. I haven't figured out if there's a faster way to get through these levels. It seems like I always ended up having to go back across different levels. But the crazy thing is, when I've played this before and wanted to go through every level, I would end up not like I would end up getting the exit before I cleared every level, every room. Just simple kite around, blind, banner, throw my shield. Tired. Sorry if I snored.
The faithful are rewarded.
Yeah, look at this. This guy's not a bad boss to fight. Really, really not. You gotta watch out for those purple things he throws. But it's not hard to dodge. I ended up playing around with holding on to the spinning shield until I had banner. Then I'd have, 2 or 3 charges saved up. Alright, here, I think I took the crit hit chance. I like the defensive options, but that was best. Excuse me. So I actually took this video and now I've got to like re-record it again to put the sound to it and all that good stuff. Trying to stay awake to narrate as I go. I haven't done a damage comparison. That Bowyer's Remorse, it explodes on hit, and it did, when I was playing with it before, did some decent, nice damage. I have not done a damage comparison between, any of the shields. Oops. Oh. Yeah, I'm not. Guess you get to see my calendar. I'm not going through all that. All the necessary work to cut it out. Oh, this is great. Notice how it's starting to lag here. I was like, man, what is this all about? Yeah, my phone's at 2% power. And yeah, I did not notice. It's just really lagging hard. Yeah. The other strategy, you can blind them and then go in and pummel them down. That's really good if you've only got like one or two enemies to deal with. See there, I saved. Going back in for part 2. Notice the phone charge is on 3%. It's up to 7.
My inner light burns brighter this day.
I saw something that was 4 stars. Decided, oh yeah, I don't have the coin. That health can be expensive, but always heal, because revives aren't cheap. It's cheaper to heal than it is to revive. I kind of swapped my strategy a little bit later on here to it was probably right around this point actually, to where I would start taking out the ranged, like try to take them out kind of first, kite everyone in that direction. See, I love Teemo. bought that. It's a 4-star, and I wanted it, but guess what? It's not an upgrade, so kind of wasted that. So I just snoring again. Sorry. Would just post this. I didn't want to post it without the sound though. Without the those bits of strategy. Yeah. So this is where you could speed it up. If you've got that Arrow Keeper hat and you can keep this uh, whatever it's called, right? Holy Banner. If you can keep Holy Banner up longer, you're gonna do well. It's 35% more damage. You know, in the circle. If I had that up for longer instead of just getting one shot by whatever minion walks up to it, I would have done more damage. I would probably be under the 50-minute mark. Yeah, here I grabbed that skill cooldown. I do like that. Here, yeah, don't even bother going to the store because I know I don't get the money for it. I like that shield that I got. Anything to help you live longer. Especially when you're low skill like me. I am embarrassed how terribly I blocked and dodged and everything on the final battle. Oh, what's this? 410. Yeah, wow. That skipped a little further. Yeah, fight these guys. Run around, run around. We'll go back here. Get to the box. I fight all these floors the same. It's the same strategy. I whatever more damage. I'll take. I really like the pouncing shield. All right, I'll take different falling sword options just to get that damage up. Alright, so now I get up to 10. I get some better drops. Hopefully, get in there. Like I said, all your falling sword options are viable to some extent. If you are trying to use the Shield Glare Beam, there are falling sword options that will chain enemies to a location. That can help It won't help you against the boss, but it'll help you against minions. See, those range guys, they're the ones that'll get you. And they hit you with the immobilize. Not fun. And these guys, they were shooting like 100 miles an hour too. Nice little shield upgrade here. Losing a little more health than I probably should be. Yeah, that Gaze of Wrath, it's okay. It does damage. There you go, get my 5-star pants. I forget if I do die against this guy. This is probably my least favorite guy to fight. Now, notice, you can burn. You can burn the bosses. You can make some of the bosses bleed. Just takes so long to kill this guy. especially when you miss attacks. Yeah, if I had the banner up, with whatever Arrow Keeper, he might go down faster. Cause look at that, he just came by, just one shot the banner, and there he one shots the banner again. Recurring theme. Arrow Keeper protects your banner. That's better than, the little bit of burn damage that you do with Gaze of the Rot. Also, Gaze of the Rot does look cool though, I think. See how low my health is. I don't remember if I make it out of here without a revive. But I am trying so hard. Got it. Got it. Max life. Yeah, just knowing from that point, yeah, I gotta tank it. Gonna up my damage by a pretty decent amount right there. Almost 80 more damage. And then I go through this level pretty fast if I recall. Look at that. See, I don't get an upgrade. I also probably would have saved time if I wasn't in this shop so much. Now, like that I'm toward the end, I got all this money, I try to buy gear. I mean, why wouldn't you? Unless you really spec'd out how you want. And even then, you work at the shop, you might get an upgrade. Getting close here. You see that with the pouncing shield? It did 2,000 damage multiple times. Nice when they give you health. Go once again through the long way. Fight this big dude. You take down my banner. Pretty common themes. Still got like 20k health. I can't just get him. Finally almost had this guy down. Looking for an upgrade. Pretty decent upgrade there. Okay. Still looking for upgrades. This is one of the ways I could, one of the places I could have sped it up a little bit, I believe. We got 2 items to equip. Look at that, quick.
Meet your end.
And that's the shield glow. Finally. Getting close. Of course, the door's not on this side. Door's on the other side. Still, oh no, hold on. my yeah, I had bedtime light set up on this. I was supposed to be in bed, but I am not. Yeah. Want to get this video edited and dropped. So I stay relatively healthy fighting these guys. And then here comes the big final level. Oh, not yet, because I gotta go through one more on this level.
Corruption spreads no further.
Yeah. Like I said, strategy really didn't change too terribly much. You just engage with the shield glare. That's your basic shield glare. Blind them. Go from there. That's the shield. Got an upgrade. Alright. Equip my gear. Let's go fight the final battle. At that point, I figured I'd take that bleed damage, I guess. And it was, more damage that total. Yeah, don't just eat whirlwinds like I did. Okay, keep the distance. I'm terrible at dodging these things. Please don't laugh. 2 so far. Put on my banner. More bad dodging. Got him. Got the boss well half out. Oh yeah, the other tip. If you die while the boss is doing some spirally thing or some damage thing that you don't like. It's not like I forget my I lost my train of thought. Bad at dodging. We got, if you have the boss below half, we go for a start machine. Oh yeah, that's what I was starting to say. Notice, you die, he's still doing that swirly thing. Just stay down. You lose a couple seconds, but then that's extra time you don't have to dodge around for. And then I already talked about the gear. I like this gear except for I like the other helm better, Arrow Keeper. I'm not sure that the Falling Sword Essence is the best. It's decent. I would use it again. Yeah, anyway, this is long enough. Have fun.